What's up, everyone? We are back with another episode. I am Johnny. This is Josh. And we are here today to talk to you about... Drum roll. YUNGBLUD.
YUNGBLUD.
The blood that's young.
And what about YUNGBLUD? Like, what
I want to know what you think of YUNGBLUD.
YUNGBLUD, what I think YUNGBLUD is today's Bowie. He is.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
That's a big statement.
Harry Styles probably more so, but I think Bowie. The reference to Bowie is that Bowie was really out there with his look and just himself, and YUNGBLUD is a good representation of that.
Thing is, I don't think
not afraid to go out and do what he wants.
YUNGBLUD doesn't do like weird outfits though, like the way Bowie did. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like characters or weird outfits. It's not really like that.
But he still wears some pretty.
I would say he's like a mod.
Things.
It's tough. YUNGBLUD's kind of in his own league though. I would say it's kind of like, because he's obviously a punk, right? Like his music's obviously like pop for the most part, but like his look and aesthetic is punk. So it's I don't know. I wouldn't really say Bowie. I don't know who I'd say though, because it's not really a punk that was like.
There's never, well, if you think about it in that way, then there's never really been anyone.
That's
like
what, yeah,
YUNGBLUD.
that's what.
Then he's his own
Entity,
I guess. But I still get the vibes of
Bowie.
in the sense of he doesn't care what he
Is there life on Mars?
Yeah, like honestly, the guy just doesn't care what he wears, and he's just really good at what he does. He's a great performer as well. His live shows are insane. Like from what I've seen, I've never been to a live show, but I've seen a lot of like festivals that he's done, concerts that he's put on, and I've kind of watched him grow online. Like, and seen the shows that he's done at the start to where he is now. It's like two different people. So he's definitely come a long way from what I've seen.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on his music?
I actually really like his music. Again, it changes quite a lot. Like the first song I ever heard by YUNGBLUD was Parents.
That was your first song you heard?
That was the first song I heard.
You got onto him so late in the day.
No, I did. And that song I thought was brilliant. It was so different. Really edgy. Like a really edgy song. But I really liked it. It was different to anything else I've ever heard. Second song I heard was the collab that he did with Bring Me. Can't remember the name of the song.
Was the song not called Okay, I think?
Yeah, like
was it?
Possibly, but I was in the shower, right? I was washing my pits in the shower. Wee bit of the dove in the hair. Wee bit of the Lynx Africa, by the way, great stuff. And next thing I know, BBC Radio 1, I'm hearing Bring Me the Horizon. Feet. Is it Feet?
Yeah, featuring.
Why do they call it Feet?
FT, featuring.
Feet. YUNGBLUD. And I was like, okay, this is a weird collab.
It's because they're both from like Sheffield, Doncaster way.
So that's why, right? Okay.
Well, I don't know if that's why, but I'm just saying.
The song was great. It was amazing. It was really good. It should be in like a Transformers movie or something. It was brilliant. I know why I think that. When I got out the shower, I was like, I need to go check out the music video for this song. And I'm pretty sure that
they're like robots.
They're robots fighting each other.
Yeah, they are.
It's like the old. Do you remember Power Rangers?
Oh yeah, yeah. When they get into like the big. The thing, all of them like merge and become like the big.
That's literally what it was. That I thought that was such a cool idea for a music video. We could never pull that off.
What Power Rangers did you grow up on?
I grew up in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Just that one?
No, all of them. Like, I can't remember all the names, but that was
because I had Ninja Storm. Did you watch that one?
Oh yeah, Ninja Storm was good.
Yeah.
It was the movies though. I really liked the movies. I wasn't a massive fan of the series.
There was one film where they got all the different Power Rangers from like over the years into one, and that was like peak. I can't remember what one it was.
I can't remember what one that was. The Ninja one wasn't like my favorite though.
I loved that. Did you watch Wild Force?
Yeah.
With like the animals.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a good one. That was a really good one.
Gindrex and Toxica.
I used to have the Power Rangers outfit. Funnily enough, I've got the red hair now, but my favorite Power Ranger was the Red Ranger. What
one was Michael Copen on? Do you remember? We met him in LA.
Oh, that's a good shout. That was
He's one of the Power Rangers. Look him up. Look him up. So Michael Copen was actually one of the Power Rangers in Time Force.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. Was that the one with the owl?
Something like that. But no. I remember. Now I remember. Like, see when I look back, I actually remember like watching like him in Power Rangers.
I don't know if it was, but that's the thing. I don't know if it was Time Force or Mighty Morphin, but there was one that had like a little owl in like the headquarters, and it had like a big tube and like a guy with a white face. It was like a big tube, and like that was like the guy who was like running stuff.
Oh yeah, that
Do you know
was
what I mean?
like their instructor. Doing
Yes, that's it.
The missions to
But
go on
see
and all
that, like see that in a roundabout way, that is kind of like FaceTime. That is FaceTime before FaceTime.
True.
And it's these
True.
things that they like put out there before the tech lands, so no one's like,
Aliens.
yeah. But think about it, they had like mobile phones in Star Trek way back. Everyone's got a mobile phone now.
It's aliens.
Whatever's happening in
Aliens.
films, whatever happens in films, they are doing. Like
Yeah.
they'll like plant it.
Aliens. Technology had a
Aliens.
massive.
Do we sound like the
massive leap
the
in
pigeons
technology.
and the pigeons and Bolt? Aliens.
No, I want to know what everyone thinks of it. Do you guys believe in aliens? Do you? Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Aliens? I believe in aliens. Anyway, back to Youngblood.
Aye.
How did we jump from Youngblood to Power Rangers?
Because you
Aliens?
said the video with Bring Me.
Oh god, the tangents.
Yeah, no.
It's weird. when
We
you
like bounce.
Yeah, we really bounce all of the joint. Right. Okay.
Youngblood, yeah. I think fair play. Like I think he gets a lot of hate online, which he doesn't deserve. Like he gets a lot of hate, and I'm like,
100%.
because I mean, like there was a time that I remember seeing him like, up and coming, and like I didn't like him. I didn't really think much. I was kind of like, okay, I don't really get this guy. Like whatever. I would never willingly go onto Twitter and be like, this guy fucking sucks, or I hate this guy. Yeah, I wouldn't ever go and post that.
But I think that people now don't give new artists
A chance.
See, if Youngblood came out as like, if he was getting pushed from the start, from day one, by like whatever label, like say he was a manufactured artist and they start pushing him, he wouldn't have gotten all this hate because he would have been put straight into the public eye, because he's had to build like slowly, but then he started to pick up really fast. There's a lot of people that see that as just being weird and like strange, and like, who's this guy, like who's he trying to be? He's just trying to be this person, and I think that people don't like that, and that's why it's so hard for new artists to try stand out without getting hate or abuse. And he does get a lot of abuse, because I've seen it on TikTok and especially Twitter, toxic Twitter. There's just so much hate going on.
I do think he's good, and the one thing I love and that really caught my attention about him is his performance. And all you ever hear, and I don't know like to anyone watching, but all the people who have seen him walk away and go, even though I might not be a fan of the music or whatever, it's an incredible show. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to go to a show and see someone run about. I want to see the performance aspect, and he does give that. You know, his performance at Reading and Leeds and stuff like that. It's all high energy, and I think that's great.
But I think he's definitely hit a point now where people are starting to like embrace what he does, and like people get what he does now. Like he's not seen as this like outcast like anymore. Like he's seen as an icon now.
What's your thoughts on Neck Deep supporting Youngblood on the arena tour?
I'm fine with that. I hate that like people have this sort of like mindset that bands that are so different to one another can't support each other. Like, and I actually really respect Bring Me the Horizon and Ed Sheeran, like for doing that collab that they did, because it just that especially just shows that doesn't matter what kind of music you do, you can collab with anyone and make it sound good. Like they did the collab with Bad Habits, and it was amazing. Yeah. So Youngblood and Neck Deep playing on the same show. I
mean, I personally wasn't the biggest fan of that collab. Like just because of the song. I'm not a big fan
still,
of that song.
Like,
but I can appreciate it.
What other artist out there as big as Ed Sheeran?
Oh, yeah,
and Bring Me are huge as well, but in their own like
that's
genre.
That is it.
What other artist like has done that? No one.
Well, as well, see the old Reading and Leeds posters. I mean, it used to be like you would get like Blink and Eminem and Slipknot all on the same
that's
the
how
stage.
It should be, but
and I'm like, that's wicked.
It's not like that now. Everything's like put into the same category. Whereas I think if they did put on a festival where it was Blink-182, Green Day, then Eminem, Nicki Minaj, like that would be insane. That would be so good, and everyone would love it.
But that's why personally I'm not a big fan of the Transmit, because if you look at the lineup, it's the same people, the same year over and over. Sam Fender, George Ezra, Lewis Capaldi,
who are all really good artists.
They are,
I think
but it's just the same thing turned out, and it's like come on,
like artists like should be more diverse. So
do you know who they did put on that I thought was different, and it was only for 1 year? It was Jimmy Eat World. And I was like, that's a weird one to put on. I'm glad they did, but I find it really weird that they put Jimmy Eat World on.
Yeah, that was a strange one.
And then there was no other pop punk bands, or like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't that diverse.
I think Jimmy Eat World have changed their sound up a bit.
Really?
I don't think they're as pop punk.
They're now indie.
Probably. Like, I'm pretty sure they've changed. They don't
That's how
sound
they've
like,
got the
it
gigs.
just takes some time. Like, they don't sound like that anymore, I'm
Fair.
sure.
I didn't even know they were still making music, to be honest.
Yeah, they're still going. But yeah, I think Neck Deep and Youngblood, like, I think go for it. Why not? Like, why shouldn't they be able to support each other? But I seen all that hate. Like, why is Youngblood supporting a band like Neck Deep who've been out grinding for years and got to, like, they've actually spent a lot of time working on their graft, and whereas Youngblood has done the same, but people don't realize how long Youngblood's actually been going for, and that's what I mean. Like,
they've not seen all the climbing and
all the climbing, all the hard work that he's done. They just jump straight to who's this guy that's just been thrown into the public.
But that's even what I said.
That's not fair.
But that's what I said to you about Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah,
because you were like, oh, she's just come out of nowhere, and I'm like,
but
well,
there you go. I'm a perfect example of that. Like with Olivia Rodrigo, I had never heard of her before. I didn't judge her, but I've just whenever I heard like Good For You, I was like, whoa, where did you come from? Like, because
it was Driver's License for me.
Yeah, before that was Billie Eilish, and I was just like, again, where did you come from? Like, that's how it is. But they graft for years before.
Well, it was Driver's License for me. When that dropped, it was just everywhere. As in, like, it was number one on YouTube. It was just everywhere. It was the number one. And I was like, who is this girl? And then seen she was an actress, and I was like, oh, okay. It's not just someone who's like uploaded a video and it's just went. So
so
that's always the depressing part.
So answer to that is, bands out there, like, you should have a more open mindset in who you support, and fans as well. Like, if you're a fan of whoever your favorite artist or band is, like, you should like allow them to jump on a support with whoever they want, vice versa, whoever they want to have on their support.
What is your thoughts on Neck Deep? Like, have you given them a listen, or?
I have. Like, they're not a band that I
would go to.
A go-to band that I listen to. I'm into like really old school pop punk, so I am like for Blink-182. I think Neck Deep are
the more melodic stuff,
melodic pop punk band. And then you could go all the way back. You like the band, like bands like the Sex Pistols and stuff, like really like punk music. And it's like I would go more for Blink-182. Neck Deep, they're a great band, and they deserve to be where they're at. So yeah, it's that beat. I can't. My head struggles to like match.
They don't do that much though.
The...
That's definitely more of a Blink thing.
Yeah, Blink 100%. Do it too, but not as. I just like.
Are you for real? Before Travis, when it was the it was the Dude Ranch album, the original drummer. I can't remember his name.
I didn't listen to any of those songs. I listened to Blink.
Dude, almost every song on the album.
Travis, so. Yeah, but Travis doesn't really tend to do that. That guy's insane on the drums. He doesn't.
He does. Not all the time.
Not all the time. Whereas
he does it. He doesn't anymore. See, with all the artists that he collabs with, like whether it's Avril or MGK or whatever, or Jaden or whoever it is.
But that's probably because they don't want that, obviously. Maybe, but Neck Deep is like every verse. Like you'll hear that beat.
Nah, not so much, man. Like you've obviously been hearing like old stuff, like old.
No,
back in 2014.
No, it will be that, like, because that's all the stuff.
I don't know what the album was. It's the one that had like Low Life and stuff on it. It's the Orange album that had a Purple Tangerine. But that album.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking.
That album didn't have that.
Right. Okay. Well, I've not heard that album.
That was a good record. Really good record.
But
they actually got to number 4 in the charts with that album.
That's really impressive for a pop punk band. Like, that is really impressive.
I know. I was like, fair play.
What's your secret?
Yeah, I know. But Youngblood, would you go see him live?
Yes.
Yeah?
I actually would go see Youngblood live.
Why didn't you go see Youngblood live? Because he just toured.
Because I would see him live, but I don't get out the house much. So that's my problem.
I want him to come to my house and perform.
Yeah.
Private show.
But he's doing stadiums now.
Yeah, he is.
That's
arenas.
Or arena. What is happening?
Arenas.
Arenas.
Every episode, there's literally a voice, like, fuck up on our end.
Yeah,
so weird.
Literally we say some silly words.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing arenas, which is really impressive.
And arenas.
I don't know if they're selling out or not. Like, are they?
I just don't know. Well, I've seen the crowd, and it does look busy. So I don't know if it is sold out because I've not seen an updated version of the poster. But I mean, he's definitely doing good because he's not doing that bad that they're not looking busy. They do look really busy. Yeah. So he's getting the people there.
Yeah, but overall, I really like him.
Yeah,
I do.
He has this bizarre setup now where there's like a toilet on stage and Like there's like
I mean, that's handy if you need to take a shite
take a
mid-song.
There's like a toilet there, and he sits.
Hold on a minute, crowd.
Nah, do you know what? No. But there is. If you're watching, comment because he thinks I'm lying. There is actually
Are you being serious? Yeah,
there's a
on
toilet
stage.
on stage, and he like sits on it at one point, reads a book, has a fag. Then there's like an umbrella, and it rains. Like, I've not been to see him, so but I'm just seeing the clips online, and that's what. Can people comment and tell me? I'm not tripping. This is legit. There is a toilet on that stage.
Does he use it?
I don't think he actually takes a shit in front of the crowd. That'd be really weird. But he sits on the toilet
Could you imagine?
and reads a book and like smokes a cigarette.
That's so random. But fair
Yeah.
enough if that's what you want to do. If you want to use a toilet
you-
on stage.
If you want to
go
read the
for it.
Bible, take a shite, and smoke a fag at the same time, you be my guest.
Yeah, go for it, young blood. Go for it. Go for it. That's fair enough. I mean, it's not the weirdest prop I've ever heard of.
Yeah, true.
There's been weirder ones, I'm sure. So straight up.
Miley
go for it.
Cyrus back in what 20 whatever,
Yeah, did
pure
she not bring?
grinding on Robin Thicke.
Aye. Did she not bring chickens on stage and shit? Like,
I don't know about that.
am I just making that up?
I think maybe you wanted her to bring chickens on stage.
Maybe.
Those days are gone.
I-
Do you know what? Miley Cyrus's new album and the last album, I really rate. I think she's now in like a really good writing place.
I think she's in a good place now in general. Like, to be honest, I think she fell into.
I think the problem was Liam.
Yeah, Liam Schmemschmurf. Yeah, you.
Rated,
Yeah.
smash or pass, Liam Hemsworth. Yeah, no, I'm passing to it. I don't know. Everyone thinks the Hemsworth
I don't
brothers
really
are pure
think he's not a
gorge,
very
and I'm
good
like,
actor
no, but
either.
even Chris Hemsworth, everyone's like, oh, they're gorgeous.
Oh no, Chris Hemsworth.
I don't know. I was always more Captain
Thor?
America. Captain America.
Nah, Thor.
Captain America.
Thor.
Captain America. man.
Thor.
No.
Thor.
Thanos.
Thor.
Thanos.
Thor. He says Thor. Thanos.
Aye. That big nutsack chin. Oofed.
Nah, man.
Daddy.
Keep that fist away from me. Absolutely not.
Fist?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. No, we're not going there. All right. Back to Youngblood. Do you think Youngblood will be able to stay at an arenas kind of level
Arena's kind of level.
for like going forward, or do you
yes.
believe that he'll come back down?
I think he's at a stage now where he's just going to continue to grow. I don't think there's no way he's going to.
So you think that's it? Like you think the academy days are done?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really?
Unless he wants to go back and do them, but that he's going to blow up to be doing like the
Big
biggest shows in the world. I think he'll be just as big as Billie Eilish and Ed Sheeran
See,
to
this is
Taylor
I was
Swift.
going to
think
say
he'll
that
make it to that.
Billie Eilish really blew up to extreme successes.
Yeah.
Like extreme.
No, but I think Youngblood will as well. I think he's totally captured an audience that get what he does, and they're just going to continue to influence other people.
Oh, his fans are diehard. They're actually great,
Yeah.
and I love. Do you know what
His
I love?
fans are almost as good as like BTS fans. Like,
Yeah.
do you know that
Would you?
solid.
It's
like,
diehard. It's diehard.
Yeah, he's
but
got the Black Heart Club.
the Black Heart
like,
Club. But do you know what I love
yeah.
more than anything is how supportive his fans are and how like unique they are.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own like look, and it's bringing back like that kind of gothic, like kind of what like My Chem did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was that like gothic element. It was like punk.
That's
Everyone
a
has
good
their own thing.
band to relate actually. Like
Too, yeah.
Youngblood is very along the same lines as
MCR,
MyChem,
yeah.
MCR, like, but he's doing it as a solo artist.
It's cool. It is cool. I
That
mean,
is cool.
even My Chem though, I did hear people who went and seen them, they were kind of disappointed, which I think is a shame.
Now or
Yeah, when My Chem came back, and it's a
the
shame
thing is, like,
because they came back and
yeah.
then like tickets all sold out. Then pandemic hit, that all got postponed for 2 years,
No.
and then people were disappointed.
But the thing is, like, I will always back up like being an artist, like back in like when they were in their prime, like that's when they were in their prime. That's
Yeah,
when
of
they
course.
were at their best, and that's when they were like out touring and gigging every single day. Like they have people have been begging that band to come back for years, like, and try to get them to even do just one show.
Well,
And-
Frank Hero has a side project. I don't know what it's called, but he has a side project.
But, like,
But as My Chem as the unit.
But them as the unit, like actually coming back, like they've been out of music doing live shows for years, and they would have to have kept that totally under wraps. Do you know what I
And then
mean?
the Jonas Brothers spoiled it
yeah,
and leaked it.
which I think was I think that was
It wasn't planned.
a plan.
Nah, I don't know.
Never know. But anyway,
Josh is a big conspiracy
I'm a
theorist.
conspiracy theorist. The Jonas Brothers outed my chem. But yeah, I will go down the road. They're older now. Like they're a bit older, and they're not as like
Good.
in their prime as
Yeah.
what they used to be. But I still think that's fair enough to say. Like
They're now mature men.
no, but AC/DC, like amazing band, got the most probably the most famous songs in the world. But if you heard them live now, like,
I still think they'd be good though. I mean, Rolling Stones. Look at them.
Exactly.
They're killing it.
You'd still think like they would be good live. They would be insane live, but they're still not going to sound the same way they did.
Back in the day.
Axl Rose.
Who?
Axl Rose. Guns N' Roses.
Okay, no.
Are you having a laugh?
Your face, you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, listen to those guys now compared to what.
Well,
they
the
used to
thing is,
sound like.
Axl-
Phil Collins, like.
Yeah, the difference is, though, man, he can barely move.
No, but that's the thing. People get older, and like that's what happens. The body like changes.
And Josh refused to see him because the tickets were so expensive.
No, it's not. I seen him on it was like the Good Morning Show or something, like, and he performed, and
It's not good.
nah, it was like watching a Phil Collins tribute act. Like that's what it felt like. But it's a shame. But
His music is unbelievable, though.
Oh, see the
Tarzan soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh my!
How amazing is that?
Son of Man is a great song. He did the track in Brother Bear as well.
Did he do Brother Bear?
Yeah.
That soundtrack?
Yeah.
Was that actually him?
Yeah, it's Phil Collins. Yeah.
Fair play, because that is good too.
Yeah.
There's a song in that, and I don't know what one it is, but it's good.
Honestly, so YUNGBLUD.
How did we get here?
I don't know. But
We keep doing this.
But yeah, I think
We should change this podcast from Real and Raw to just Tangent. The Tangent Podcast.
I know. Yeah, true. But YUNGBLUD is a fantastic artist, and I think he's just going to grow and become even more successful than what he already is.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy's tour bus? There's a talking point.
Mm.
Oh my god! Like, I seen a TikTok, I think it was, of him doing a tour of his
Tour bus. Mm-hmm. It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's insane. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's
It's
insane.
unbelievable.
It's insane. The guy has his own like bedroom, like literally his own bedroom. That looks so cool. Like,
Well, when you're making 100k a night.
yeah,
So-
like so. Honestly, that's the dream right there. He's living the dream. See, as soon as you can afford to have a tour bus, live
Everything, I know,
the dream.
everything becomes easier.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Well,
Yeah.
we say that, we don't know,
You really
but
don't have to slum up, you know, and shite in a bucket in the back of the van. Like that's.
yeah, no, he just takes shits on stage now. I mean, he's living the dream.
Yeah.
With his toilet.
Yeah, he's got a portable toilet that he takes right off the toilet.
I'm telling you though, people need to comment to make Josh believe that there is actually this toilet, because I'm not even kidding. There is clips of him sitting on a toilet
I'll
on
find
stage.
a PNG and I'll stick it right on the screen. If there's
Okay.
literally one, I will stick YUNGBLUD on the toilet, right. You'll see it. You'll see it right there.
Plan. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Real and Raw podcast. We will be back next Friday at 6 p.m. Make sure to drop a like, a comment, subscribe. Please also comment that YUNGBLUD did sit on a toilet on that tour, because Josh doesn't believe me, and I believe that I'm right.
I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
Google it.
thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back next Friday. We'll see you soon. I am Johnny. This is Josh.
You've been watching
Real and Raw. See you there. Bye.
That was YUNGBLUD taking a shite.